As a mum and as a dad, to know that your little girl is suffering so much was traumatic to watch. You have just an instinct. You know when your kid's just really unwell.
I was the doctor called in to see Millie the night that she came in. I didn't really leave her side the entire time. It was pretty clear early in the piece that her heart wasn't working. We didn't know at the time, but it was influenza B that was attacking her heart muscle and also the muscles throughout her whole body. Because Millie's heart wasn't working, it wasn't able to supply any blood to the rest of her organs, and all her vital organs were starting to shut down.
Being in the helicopter, I remember staring at Millie. Dr. Coleman turned to the pilots and said, "Fly as quickly as you can because this girl's not going to make it." But I just kept on staring at her and thinking she may open her eyes. My husband couldn't be in the helicopter with us. He watched the helicopter fly off thinking he didn't know what was going to happen. She was taken out of the helicopter and I followed Dr. Coleman and the nurse down into PICU at Westmead. Dr. Coleman turned to me and I went to say thank you. And there was code red. And Yolanda turned to me and said, "Millie's heart has stopped."
I mean, there's so much that goes through your mind at that point about what you might have been able to do to make it different. And, if you had taken your child to the hospital sooner, all of those questions go through your head. She was on life support for 10 days on the ECMO machine. After life support, she was still intubated, still sedated. She started developing contractures in the arms and in the legs. She ended up with pneumonia. She had liver failure, kidney failure.
And her peripheral circulation.
Peripheral circulation
was
problems.
compromised.
Yeah. She broke out in a severe rash and big welts all over her body. And then her skin started peeling off.
Particularly in those first few weeks, I kept on thinking, how much can this little girl handle? Like she's just being thrown everything. And then she started to wake up. I knew that, my little girl was going to be all right.
I spent 6 months in hospital altogether. I had a big surgery on my heart. My brother Kit was very worried because he thought he would lose his big sister.
The critical period is the bit that gets a lot of attention, but actually the recovery is what strikes the families. Millie's parents are still recovering from the shock of seeing their child almost die. And that's a huge, not just a physical recovery, but it's a huge psychological battle for them.
The impact of such an event is, initially was incredibly traumatic. And because we were so close and we were preparing ourselves for the loss of our child, it gives you a perspective how devastating and just earth-shattering that would be.
Doing so well. Just a few more steps and we've nearly made it.
Oh my goodness, Millie. So strong. That's it. Nothing has been hidden from Millie. She's been very well aware of, her risks in terms of limb loss, the impact on her kidneys. And the way she talks about it is not if I'm going to get back to dancing, she was a ballet dancer, or if I'm going to get back to running. It's just a question of when. This quiet determination that I always thought she was special, but she's really special now. Yeah.
With Millie, it's been an incredible experience to watch her get better. And it really is the reason that I do the job that I do. It's an absolute privilege. And it's probably very important for the family to be able to come back and see the helicopter and talk about it again. And I think every little bit they do is part of their recovery as well.
The amount of community support that we got was outstanding. You can be astounded what kind of support come from strangers and how much empathy comes with that as well. I think meeting with the doctor and the crew, it's a bit of a privilege, and it also gives us an opportunity to say thank you.
The Westpac helicopter service was fundamental to Millie. Without that, Millie would not have survived. We are forever grateful.
I would like to thank Dr. Yoli, the medical team, and all the Westpac helicopter crew, because I owe my life to them. They saved my life.